Some of y'all never watched Veronica Mars, and it shows. So, with season 4 of Veronica Mars just coming out, I thought it would be fun to revisit the first ever episode and just letting y'all know I'm a bit biased. Like, this is my favourite TV show ever, and yeah. Okay, so the plot, according to IMDb, for the first season of the show is: after her best friend is murdered and her father is removed as county sheriff, Veronica Mars dedicates her life to cracking the toughest mysteries in the affluent town of Neptune. Yeah, it sounds cheesy, and I promise you it's not. I mean, everything I like is cheesy in some way or another, but yeah, so let's just start watching the show.
This is my school. If you go here, your parents are either millionaires or your parents work for millionaires. Neptune, California, a town without a middle class. If you're in the second group, you get a job. Fast food, movie theaters, mini-marts. Or you could be me. My after-school job means tailing philandering spouses or investigating false injury claims.
You might be interested to know that there's actually 2 versions of the first episode, like the beginning of it. One version starts at the school and the other version starts at a motel. Can't remember the reason why, I'll like put it here. There's no official proof of this online, and it wasn't until I mentioned it in the comment section of Alex Meyer's Veronica Mars video that I didn't think I was completely delusional, because a few people backed me up saying they'd seen different versions of it. And then someone mentioned that the reason why there was 2 versions was because the network, they wanted to emphasise the fact that it was a teen show and Veronica was in high school, so they made Rob Thomas, who's the director and writer, swap out the beginnings from the motel, which was meant to be the original intro, to the high school. And then someone else commented that the original beginning was on YouTube, so I went to go watch it. It says it was because it was cut from the original. Probably because of that reason, the network saying that they wanted to emphasise the fact it was a teen show. Unless Rob Thomas comments on this himself, we're never going to officially know. So at the moment it's just all hypothetical.
Who'd that guy rat out? The bikers.
Why doesn't somebody cut him down?
Yeah, I'll do it. I want to be the guy up there tomorrow.
That food looks disgusting. But like, oh my god, the spin, like, oh, as a like film shooting that is like, how smooth that is, and the time lapse of it. Ooh.
I used to sit there, at that table. It's not like my family met the minimum net worth
Can we
requirement.
just appreciate the fact they ordered pizza to school? Like, that would never happen in the UK unless you were in 6th form, and even then you don't order pizza to school. And she sat there eating like awful school meal.
You okay?
What?
You look, I don't know, hypnotized.
Did I say you could sit here? Wait a minute. Of course you can sit here. Sit wherever you want.
Okay, so like, can we just appreciate the fact that like in Veronica Mars, Wallace and Veronica are friends, and Rob Thomas never wrote them as anything more than that. They were always just friends, and that's like so rare that like a man and a woman in a TV show can just be friends and not have anything going on. Honestly, I appreciate that. Like, we stan.
The only time I care what a woman has to say is when she's riding my big old hog. But even then, it's not so much words, just a bunch of oohs and ahs, you know?
So it's big, huh?
Legendary.
Well, let's see it. I mean, if it's as big as you say, I'll be your girlfriend. We could go to prom together.
She literally slaps. Like,
Don't let Blondie talk to you like that.
Sounds like your buddy here wants to see it too.
when I first watched this show, which I'm not gonna lie, I was only like last year. I know I was late. I was about this close to getting Veronica Mars season 1 haircut because it's a look, it's iconic, but then I was like, I hate having to maintain short hair. It's honestly more time consuming than long hair. And I know that's not the point, but like I was this close. Could you imagine me with that hair? Like, K-Bell looks cute. I would look ugly. Like, thank God I saved myself from that. Actually, no, my mum saved myself from that, so thank you, mum, for not letting me get that haircut. I mean, it'll happen one day. I'll have a breakdown and I'll be like, I'm getting the Veronica Mars season 1 haircut. But not today. That outfit, man, is iconic. That's like a meme.
Don't get the wrong idea, Mr. Mars. I don't like you. I hate the fact that I'm here, but I do know if anyone will be dogged and resourceful in this matter, it'll be you. Don't call me at home. I'll call you. And I'll need it right away.
Like, I do get the whole point of like the divide class. It's like the main driving plot for the entire thing is that Veronica's not rich. Everyone she has a big plot with is rich. Like, I do get that, like it's meant to be like a dynamic plot point. I get it, but oh my god, all the rich characters are so up themselves. Like, it's so typical, like early 2000s. It's like every rich character in Veronica Mars is based off Paris Hilton, and like even the lads are all based off Paris Hilton. I don't know whether that's an actual fact or not. In my head, they're all based off Paris Hilton because they're like.
Let me just like put my flip phone up. This is like OMG. Legitness. I have to talk about this.
I don't think she'd say legitness. Ooh, why did I say legitness? Fine, just fine things.
No. Yeah! That was legitness. Yeah, it was, huh?
The camera angles and like the lighting.
Sure, she's a bit.
You look at something you think, okay, no one else would choose that camera angle. Like, no one else. Like this one right now is just like over her head, looking at Celeste Kane through the window. It's like the division between the rich and the poor. The have and the have-nots, I think is the best probably way to put it. But it's how we stand up, Thomas. Okay, like we stand.
How's school?
If you think we're going to talk about my school day and not the fact that Celeste Kane was in your office 10 minutes ago, you're deluded.
It's not going to have an intro, is it? I'm 10 minutes in to a 29-minute episode and it's not going to have the intro. There's only one thing I have to do.
A long time ago, we used to be friends, but I haven't thought of you lately at all. Come on now, sugar, bring it on, yeah. Just remember me when we used to be friends. A long time ago, we used to be friends.
I want to go into like making the indents for shows, so that's why I'm kind of too attached maybe to this intro, but it just encapsulates the show so well, and they've done such a great job for this. Like over the seasons they changed the intro, so season 1 and 2 have the same intro. Season 3 it changes, the song stays the same but they change it to a different version of the song, and then the movie doesn't really have an intro. It's kind of just Veronica Mars. And then season 4 they changed the song again and like the intro, but like the season 1 intro I love, like the nostalgia and the way it looks. That's more my style. But the season 4 intro, blown away, sis.
Did you take the case?
Well, we need the money, Veronica.
Good. I would have been pissed if you hadn't.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have cared if you were.
They're always needing the money. This is something like I'd never really noticed till season 4. Like, it's not a spoiler, don't worry. But like, they're constantly always like, we need the money, we have to take this case because we need the money. Oh, we just did like this, like they would have just gone and done like this big case. Like, end of season 1 they finish a big case to get them paid loads because it's for an '09 case. An '09 is basically a rich person. They're called an '09 because that's the postcode they live in, and that's where like all the mansions are and all that. So. And then like literally next episode it's like, oh, we need to take this case because we need the money. And it's like, how low do private eyes actually get paid? And I know like they have like different rates for like different people, but surely they're not gonna just be like, for like an 09er, I'd be like, oh, it's okay, we'll only charge you like £10 an hour. Like, surely they're getting paid more by someone who can afford to pay more. I know I could be completely wrong. I mean, I do, like I've said, it's all about the haves and the have-nots. So I think the fact they keep reinforcing the have-not by saying they need to take the case because they don't have the money is, like I said, is a way to reinforce the fact that they don't have what the 09ers have, which is apparently my eye.
I already picked up Jake Kane at his house and followed him to his office. Streaming video was invented and perfected here at Kane Software. The day the company went public, Jake Kane made $1 billion. Everyone who worked for him, in fact, right down to the secretarial pool, became millionaires.
I love the glowy effect on like the lights. This one makes it a bit more like dreamy, even though it's not. Like, it's a bit more like, ooh, like, especially since he's meant to be doing something like mysterious and he shouldn't be doing. It gives it that like fantastical effect, like he's like different world type thing. It kind of does what film noir used to do. It's like the different lighting made it feel they're moody and they're like intense and that like naughty kind of, like not naughty but like hidden, mysterious, and that they're doing stuff they shouldn't really be doing. I love how like they did that but didn't use like film noir, because I hate film noir. Oh my god, I hate it so much, but that's a different thing for a different day.
And?
Who's your daddy?
Ugh, I hate it when you say that.
You know what? This is important. You remember this. I used to be cool.
When?
The aesthetic of this show, oh, it's beautiful. Like the daylight aesthetic is like beautiful, and then the nighttime aesthetic is like beautiful. You're getting like served a full course meal. It's not a 3-course meal. It's not a 4-course meal. It's a full course meal. Like, you're getting fed so well that you might as well be Henry VIII, because you're gonna be bloated at the end of this, because they're just, it's course after course after course, and each course is just beautifully put together. Like, Gordon Ramsay would not find a fault with these set menus, because like, it's beautiful. I thought the lighting went from like a yellow to more of a red to like show her anger and how that's like this event changed there, but it hasn't, and missed opportunity. I think that would have been a really like cool, significant thing to like have. They go from a nice soft yellow to like a red, but I suppose the event's already happened, but then she's only just finding out about it. That's probably why it would go from there. But it didn't happen anyway, so why am I analysing something that never happened?
While Corny did his thing, I downloaded the pictures from the Camelot. Every girl's gotta have a hobby. Photography's mine.
You all smile, you all sing.
Okay, right, this is like a bop, but like no other song that I remember is like in this for any other reason. Like, usually when a song like this is used, it's to like show like a personality or a character. Like, what I mean is that a song's meant to relay like emotion or a theme related to a character, and I don't think this song captures Veronica very well, so ignore my ramble. That's what I mean. I feel like this is more like maybe a Wallace song. It was like, I don't feel like this is really a song that identifies with Veronica. Like, all the other music's like gentle, like mystifying, like this. She's not clean cut, like she's not typical. She's like not like untypical. It's like, this seems like a popular song at the time, so I don't see why it doesn't really identify with Veronica. Yeah, it just seems too popular of a song, and too like it feels too light and breezy for Veronica. It doesn't feel mysterious. It doesn't feel different. It just feels it just seems a bit too happy a song. It seems too happy a song to be used as an identifier for Veronica. So that's why I feel like it's a bit odd that that song was used, but I'm sure they had their reasons. Keith and Veronica are the best dynamic, like, in the whole show. Like, yeah, you have Logan and Veronica, and yeah, you have Wallace and Veronica, and then later on you get Mac and Veronica. But Keith and Veronica, they're literally like the best friend dynamic every TV show needs. Like, they're just so happy to be around. Like, they feel so comfortable telling each other everything, and it's so nice because they're just comfortable to be themselves. And I feel like it's so cringe.
It's not a lot of TV shows do that.
It's like, it's true though. Like, how many TV shows do the main character actually feel comfortable enough to be fully themselves? Like, I think only one comes to mind a minute, and that's 𝚒𝚑𝚒𝚒. But I can't really think on top of my head, like, they feel comfortable to be 100% themselves. Like, everyone says Buffy is a similar character to Veronica, but I don't think Buffy had someone that close to her that she could just confide in constantly and just feel comfortable to be herself. I don't think she ever felt that, and I don't think as an audience we felt that. It was like, straight away, we're 25 minutes into the first episode of Veronica Mars, and we already know who her confidant is. Like, it's just nice to be able to, like, let's think, the target audience for the show is obviously teens, probably teen girls. At the time, like, they probably want to keep stuff to themselves, and this show is literally like, you don't have to be like that. Like, you can tell people stuff, you can be yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin and just preach it.
Come on, it's family fun night. I called out to Mama Leone's. I rented the South Park movie.
My favorite.
Hey, who's your daddy?
You are.
Okay, so my battery on my camera thought that we filmed to stop working, so I don't know when it cut off, so that's fun of real. Basically what I think it might have cut off was at the end, Veronica's music box, it plays a tune and like a mum favourite, and like Keith holds it, and I felt it was like a signifying moment of Keith realising that Veronica knew that her mum was involved in the Kane case that they picked up, and I've figured this out through like what I believe is like a trope of, like, not the eye-line match, but like when they're looking down like an object, or a character's looking down and then they look up past the camera. It's like a revelation, or like a moment of like recognition of like something clicking for them. So I felt like that was what was happening with Keith, that he picked the music box up that Veronica left playing, and for him it like clicked that Veronica knew that her mum's involved. I don't know whether or not that was what Rob Thomas intended, because it's never clarified that he knew from that point, but that's what I took it as.
Still, I've got too many questions swirling around in my head to wait until he's willing to share. These questions need answers. That's what I do.
Also, the music box played All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, and that hit home for me because I'm a Scouser, and somehow, some way, a little bit of me is in Veronica Mars, like, because the Beatles are from my hometown. So like, it feels like I'm connected to it more, which is like
Cringes. Cringe AF.
But like, this is my favourite show. I'm gonna grasp with straws, okay?
But I promise this. I will find out what really happened, and I will bring this family back together again. I'm sorry, is that mushy? Well, you know what they say. Veronica Mars. She's a marshmallow.
My overall thoughts on the first episode is it's really engaging. Like, straight away there's so many different elements of the story that's going to entice you. If one thing doesn't entice you, another thing will. And you put the PCH's elements, you put the Unana elements, you put the fact that Veronica was raped, the fact that Veronica's best friend got murdered, the fact that her mum just got off of time, the fact that her mum's involved in the case that got like her friends murdered somehow, like she's linked to that some way or another. Like that's 6 things, and I know there's countless others that I'm just forgetting, but that's 6 things to grasp your attention in this episode. Like name another show that has that much stuff going on that's not just like one dimension. So yeah, if you can tell, I really love Veronica Mars, and I do think you all should watch it because season 4 just came out on Hulu, and let's get them views. You know, says like I want another like 5,000 seasons of this show, so if y'all could go out and watch it, that would be really like generous of you, so then I can get more TV series of my all-time favourite show. So go support the Queen, Kristen Bell, and go get hooked on Veronica Mars.